conceptual perspective to view things. People talk about a desire to be successful, all of the elements. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope everybody's having a great day. As for me, I'm in a very good place, have a lot going on that I'm excited about what the future holds. I'm excited about what the future holds for uh, Rick Wallace Enterprises and everything that entails, from Master Fitness 21 to the Odyssey Group, Odyssey Media Group, to my flagship, the Visionetics Institute. I'm excited. I'm excited about what's going on with the Odyssey Project. I'm very excited about a new program that we're offering through the Visionetics Institute that is dealing with skills that are in high demand. Whether you realize it or not, college degrees aren't delivering the way they used to, and for many people, they have never been the answer. But even uh, in the way that they used to, it used to mean a lot more than it means now because of the tech world, because of the skill sets that are in demand. They don't require a degree. Plus, getting a degree will often end up coming with heavy debt. Like I've said it in the past, I know people that I've worked with that have $100,000 of student loan debt, and they're in their 40s and 50s and haven't paid it down. And as long as you're in debt, you are not building wealth. And so you don't want to start out behind the eight ball, if at all possible. Now, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a nurse, if you want to be an attorney, there's a requirement for that. There are some things you have to go through in order to achieve that. But you're also going to be expecting to make a little bit more than average when you go through that. So you can see how you can pay that back. But so many degrees don't carry that type of weight. And so what we've done at the Visionetics Institute is we've identified the 8 top skills that don't require a degree, that are in high demand and have a high earning threshold. And we are teaching 6-month to 1-year classes for people who want to learn a new skill, whether they're going to do it full all in. Hey, Kim, how's everything going? Whether they are going to go all in and make it their new career, whether they're going to do it on the side, whether they're going to do it as an individual entrepreneur, whether they're going to go out and use it to get a new job with a new company, whatever it is, it's going to open the door. I've shared some of those, which is copywriting, public speaking, content creation, uh, coding, Google SEO, all these things that are going to be major players and influencers in this new economy. The old job market is shifting away fast and evolving fast, and if you don't have these new skills, it's going to be very difficult. The beauty I love about it is a lot of times, because you're doing this virtually and you're doing it from a digital perspective, you can bypass a lot of the gates and the doors that are shut based on race, based on culture, and you can deliver your product a lot of times without people ever having to know how you look, if that's the design, if that's the route you want to take. And so I'm excited about this. I've got a link in there that you can read more about it and request more information, or you can just email lifechange at rickwallacephd.link and request information. It'll be sent to you. You can enroll today, and I guarantee you're going to enroll at a fraction of what it costs to get a 2-year degree, much less a 4-year degree. I mean, a fraction of what it costs. And like, with these gigs, the way they pay, you get your first gig, you pay for your tuition. I'm encouraging you, if you haven't thought about this, think about this. Tell your kids about it. You got somebody coming out of high school that is thinking about what they want to do. This is an opportunity and an option that they can literally get started as early as 6 months. All of our courses top out at 12 months. Some are as early as 6 months, that you can literally be out there earning a living with a skill set that is going to be valuable in the economy for at least the next 10 years. So definitely, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. There are a lot of other resources in the description box, but if you are looking to ensure that you have a position in the economy from 2020 to 2030, you want to master at least one of these skills. The beauty about it is that with the exception of coding, and UI design. I've actually engaged and mastered all of these over the years. I've used them. I continue to use them. I've built companies off of them. So I can tell you that they actually work, and there's a huge market for them, way more of a demand than there are people with those skills. This is a chance to get in before it picks up and you end up behind the eight ball. So definitely check that out. All right. Now moving into today, which kind of focuses on what I just shared with you. But here's what I can tell you. No matter where you're at, what you're going through, what you see yourself as being now, where you see yourself at now versus where you believe you should be, where you think you want to be, where you would love to be, I'm telling you, you are literally one decision away from changing your life forever. Some people are going to change their life for the worse. Other people are going to change their life for the best. And then some are going to allow fear, frustration, uncertainty, and so many other things to talk them out of making any decision. And just the lack of decision puts you in a position of default, and you go into mediocrity as a default. When you don't make a decision, you think you're avoiding a risk, but you're putting yourself in a situation where the only outcome can possibly be is at best mediocre. You've got to sit up and say no excuses. This is the year of no excuses. 2020 is the year of no excuses. 2020 is the year that you sit up and you decide, I am not going to be this person at the end of the year. I'm not going to be where I'm at now at the end of the year. I'm not going to consistently keep doing the same thing, expecting different results this year. This year, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to jump out there. I'm going to put some skin in the game. I'm going to take some calculated risk. I'm going to learn some new skills. I'm going to learn a lot more about myself. I'm going to evolve daily. No more excuses. I'm literally going to make a decision. I'm going to make a decision. And what you have to do when it's time to make these decisions, you got to make these decisions quickly. Why? Because literally the brain is designed to protect you. So anytime you're talking about making a decision where you got to put some skin in the game, that comes with a risk. What does the brain do? In about as little as 3 to 5 to 6, 7 seconds, the brain is already coming up with reasons why you shouldn't do it, because you may lose some money, because you may end up not making as much as you thought, because somebody's probably going to laugh at you, because you might fail. All of these things, now you talked yourself out of it. You've taken no action. You've made no ground. You're not going to gain anything because you're not moving. You can't consistently do the same thing and expect different results. If you're not happy where you're at, you're going to have to make some moves. You're going to have to make some decisions. It's that simple. So what do? You sit up and you say, before, when something comes in my mind and I know that's what I need to do, I'm going to take action on it. I'm going to take action on it. Am I at some point going to have some times where I do that and it doesn't turn out the way I think? That's life. Nobody's making 100% great decisions and movements in their life. Not even the most successful person wins every time they step out on the court, wins every time they step into the business arena. That's not how it works. But what it works is when you sit up and you know there's something. The thing is, a lot of times when we need to improve our lives, it's not because we don't know what to do. It's because we refuse to take action. We come up with all the excuses of why we don't need to do it right now. I'm going to wait for the perfect timing. I'm going to wait till the kids get out of the house. I'm going to wait until I get my finances lined up right. I'm going to wait until I got a certain amount of money in the bank, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to invest in the business. I'm going to invest in the course. I'm going to invest in partners, in a partnership. I'm gonna invest in the stock market. I'm gonna invest in indexing. But I gotta have this. I'm waiting on that perfect timing. I'm waiting on the perfect opportunity. Let me explain something to you. The perfect opportunity does not exist. The perfect timing does not exist. You go out and you create opportunities and you shape those opportunities into being what you need them to be in order to be successful. There's no perfect opportunity. Every opportunity comes with challenges. Every opportunity comes with risk. Every opportunity comes with some things where you're going to experience setbacks sometime, delay sometime, frustration sometime. You're going to experience failure. That's a part of the game. The guy whoever the guy is that came up with the idea is failure is not an option didn't succeed at jack, because if failure is not the option, what that means is you're not trying. Because if you're trying, failure is definitely going to be a reality at some point in some time. It's not whether or not you fail, it's what you do after you fail that's going to determine how you come out in this life. You're going to fail. What are you going to do about it? And how are you failing? I choose to fail forward. If you don't know what that means that I set my goals so high, so ridiculously high, that I'm probably not going to hit them in the time frame that I've set it for. But because I'm striving so hard to hit it, I'm going to get every ounce of my potential out of me. I'm going to outwork my potential in trying to get to that goal. So while I won't hit the goal, I'm going to be able to look at myself and say, I couldn't have gotten any more out of myself in this 90 days than I got. I'm good. And then I'm going to reset another goal and I'm going to go. And eventually, maybe in that second 90 days, I hit the first 90-day goal. But what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm not leaving anything on the table. So that's called failing forward. I failed to hit the goal, but I moved forward. And see, you find a way to process your failures to where they fit into the ultimate plan. See, if you're failing because you're not trying, that failure leads you nowhere. But if you're failing because you're moving forward, but you're not moving as fast as you want to, you're making progress. You can celebrate that progress. You don't sit up and beat yourself up. Shoot, if you're better today than you were tomorrow, that's something to celebrate. But you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to actually take steps. You're going to have to actually sit up and do something with your with your decisions. You are literally one decision away. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to start that business? Are you going to switch jobs? Are you going to take that course? Are you going to enter that relationship? Or are you going to exit that relationship? What are you going to do that you know you need to do in order to be better? That's the decision. That one decision can literally change your mind. You're sitting and you're stagnant because you refuse to make a decision. You're going to play it safe. You're going to play it safe. You know, maybe you've been bit, maybe you've been stung, maybe you've gone through some things, you know, hey, and it's put a bad taste in your mouth, or it's established a level of fear because of the outcome of the decisions you made in the past. You can't let that paralyze you. You're going to have to wake up and make up in your mind that you're going to go out and you're going to do something. You're going to do something different than you've been doing. You're going to be committed to it. You're going to finish what you start. You heard me say this before. When I start something, there's two options and only two. I'm going to get it or I'm going to die trying. It's that simple. I'm not going to falter. I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to succumb to the criticisms of others. I'm going to, now if the criticism, it has some validity to it, I'm going to listen to it because I know I'm not perfect and I'm going to learn. I'm literally going to be inspired by constructive criticism. Somebody that's telling me the reason you're not doing well in this area is because of this. I'm going to take it. Okay. Well, you know, you're good at this, but you know, this right here, you got some work. I'm going to take it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to get better. But the naysayers and the attackers and the negative people, I'm not going to listen to. You know, my whole thing is I don't care what people say about me. I stopped that a long time ago. Now I want to have a reputation that speaks of my character and what I want to be. I want to be a person that can be seen that way. And I know that I'm human. I know that I make mistakes. Sometimes I get out ahead of myself and I'm moving kind of fast and that puts me on the back seat of the back burner and I have to work my way out of it. But the one thing people can tell you is that if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done. It might take me a little longer than I thought, but I'm never going to be the person that sits up and is okay with quitting, okay with losing, okay with burning people. You know, that's just not who I am. But what I'm going to tell you is this. If you get too afraid to get out there, you'll never have anything that somebody can say negative about you, but you'll never have anything. If you get out there, you're going to make some mistakes, which means you're going to tick some people off. That's just life. The question is that your intent? Are you getting out there with the purpose of burning bridges? Or are you getting out there trying to go after everything and trying to make everything move? Do you need to slow down a little bit? Because that's one of the things that I had to teach me. Slow down a little bit. You got this unbelievable belief in yourself, and you're going to go after things with this unbelievable tenacity, but not everybody's going to be on the same wavelength with you. They're not going to see what you see when you run into a rough spot. You see it as a challenge. They may see it as a failure, and they may assign that failure to you and not be able to see you in the same light. That's a part of the risk. You have to know what your intent is. If your intent is to win and to do right by people, it's going to show up over the overall pattern of your behavior. It's going to show up, and you got to be okay with that. What am I getting at? And then I'll be done. You can't sit around expecting your life to change without you changing. You cannot expect something greater from yourself when you're not becoming someone greater. You've got to sit up. This is the year of no excuses. This is the year that you're going to make a choice to make a move, and you're going to commit to it. You're going to go out and you're going to make it happen. That's my challenge to you. I'm going to get ready to get off here. Like I said, for those of you who understand the importance of a new skill, of being able to move into an industry that's definitely outperforming the industry that you're currently in, check out, click the link and go to, I got to put the link in there. I don't think I put it in there. Hold on, let's see if I can do that now. I want to do it while I'm on here. Yeah, I've got the email or visit. There we go. It's in there. All right. So it's in there now. You can either email and ask for the information, or you can go check it out on the site. And if you decide that you want to enroll, you'll actually have to contact us and you'll talk to me, and I'll be the final person you talk to. We'll get you enrolled and actually get you started. This is going to be a great opportunity for the people who really want to make the move. For those of you who have already sent in your requests, they should have been responded to. If they haven't, definitely let me know and we'll get it done. But I'm looking forward to it. And the great thing is, with the exception of the UI design and the coding, I will be teaching the classes initially, at least for the first month or so, until we get so many people enrolled that I can't. Because this is the beautiful thing about it. This isn't a generalized class where everybody's going to be in, and it's going to be some type of webinar virtual session where everybody's attending. Every person is getting their own specific plan where they're going to get a course designed around what they want to do in that industry. There's so many things to do in copywriting. There's so many things to do in SEO. There's so many things to do in content creation. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out where your gifts are, what your strengths are, where you would best shine and what you want to get out of it. What are your ultimate goals? How do you want to enter this market? What do you want to do in this market? What do you want your seat to be in this market? And we're going to design the course around you. Every person will have a course that nobody else is taking because it's going to be designed around them and their goals and their desires and what they want to do over the next 10 years. I'm excited about it. Definitely get in now because it's extremely affordable. The 6-month courses are $1,500 for something that's going to change your life. You get 1 gig. You can get 1 gig in content writing and make that $1,500. You can get 1 gig in public speaking and make that $1,500. That's 6 months. 6 months cut. 6 months for that. The 12-month courses are only $2,000. And again, 1 gig is going to pay for it. And there are an abundance of gigs out there now, way more than there are people who can do them. This is a chance to get in on the head. And I'll share some personal stories with you when we speak, but I'm telling you to get in while you can. On that note, I'm getting out here. As I always say, I'm going to live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. Something that Kobe Bryant said that's kind of floating around now once said, he said when they asked him, why is it that he spends so much time working on his craft and why he probably works out double what the average NBA player works out when he's already at the top. And he says that he enters every day with the intent on outworking his potential, which is pretty much the same thing I'm saying when I say that I'm gonna down eat. I'm gonna wake up every day and I'm gonna get every ounce of what I have in me that day out of me. I'm not going to bed with unworked potential. That's the thing I'm gonna challenge you to do now. Let's change our lives by the way we approach life daily. No more excuses, not in 2020. Let's make it happen. I'm out.
Here I come, ready or not. Frank Ocean made this record hot.
From a conceptual perspective, people talk about a desire to be successful.
Careful who you leave clueless.